What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel. If you're new, usually I don't make videos like these. I actually make them, or I have made quite a lot, doing kind of crypto reviews, because that is essentially what we'll be doing. We'll talk a little bit about the BIGTIME game that's needed to also kind of gauge the potential of the BIGTIME token, because that's the main focus. All right, the BIGTIME game also has their own token. It's an in-game token. It has quite a lot of utility in-game. We'll talk about that, don't worry. But the main question is that I'll try to answer is this actually a good hold for the next bull market? Which is obviously a very important question. It's a new token. New tokens tend to perform very well, but there are some things you need to know, all right? It's not only that it's a great project, so the token will do good, all right? There's token inflation. We'll talk about all the tokenomics. There are venture capitals involved. There's a lot we need to talk about, all right? So that's what we'll do. If you're interested in more content like that, or just daily analysis, which is usually what I do, consider subscribing. But for now, let's get right into it. So BIGTIME is actually a new play-to-earn game, or blockchain game, or NFT game, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to dive too much into the game itself, all right? You can play it right now if you go to their website, bigtime.gg. You have to buy an NFT right now to play, which you can buy on their own NFT marketplace of OpenLoot, which is the company behind BIGTIME, or you can buy it on OpenSea. And basically, I mean, you can, there are different classes. And in the game, you can do a lot of different things. All of the classes have their own abilities. The one thing I think you need to know is that this game has been under development for a very, very long time, for at least 2 years now, which is quite long in the crypto world. And it seems to be one of the most well-developed games out there. And I'm not being paid to say this or anything, but I've checked some gameplay out. It looks good. All right, and the game is well thought out, which you can also read in their white paper. If you're interested in that, it's all on their website. All right, maybe I'll leave some links down in the description as well, but I'm not sure if I can. So it's well thought out. In the end, it's about whether the game is enjoyable to play. I might play a little bit tonight. I might pick up one of those NFTs and check it out. For now, I cannot say anything about that. So the biggest thing that needs to be true is that the game is enjoyable to play. And like I said, it is well thought out, it's well developed, but in the end, that's something we'll have to see. And that's something realistically we can only say in about 1 or 2 months, right? So that people have actually played it a lot, whether it stays enjoyable, etc. So then one of the other important things is how does the in-game economy works? Because the BIGTIME token plays into that economy. And if the economy doesn't work, so for example, what we've seen with SLP, which is the in-game token or one of the in-game tokens of Axie Infinity, then you'll get something like this. SLP, which was at 33 cents and is now at 0.1 cent. You don't want that. So in terms of the in-game economy, it looks better, all right? Because what you have is obviously, so this just means that players own their NFTs and they can sell it, and the players don't directly buy those NFTs in some cases. They can actually buy assets which produce those NFTs. This doesn't matter. But apart from that, like the in-game economy works quite well. Like there's synergy between owning space, which is kind of NFT lands within there, and then with that space you can actually craft utility assets or utility NFTs with which you can craft cosmetics. And BIGTIME, the token, plays into that, as in with some of those utility assets you can craft hourglasses, and you need an hourglass to earn BIGTIME. So that means that not everybody earns BIGTIME within the game. So that decreases inflation, or that decreases emissions of the BIGTIME token. And the way they describe it is that if not a lot of people play it, the supply of BIGTIME is capped because there's a certain amount of hourglasses available, while the demand, people using BIGTIME to buy cosmetics, etc., is uncapped, which is true. But we're going to have to see how that works in practice, all right? If people with hourglasses, for example, earn way more BIGTIME than that people spend, you're still going to have a hell of a lot of inflation. So that again is something like we have to theorize about, like we have to kind of think about, right? And I'll give you my conclusion on that towards the end of the video when I tell you my thoughts on whether it's a good buy or not. But that is how it works. You can earn big time within the game, but you need an hourglass. And to get an hourglass, you need to spend quite a lot of time in the game, but also quite a lot of big time tokens. And this doesn't really matter. So then the one thing I don't like, to talk a little bit more about the tokenomics, is that there is no token distribution available. All right, what they're saying right now is that the max supply is around 5 billion, or is 5 billion tokens. And it seems that right now, if you go to CoinMarketCap, which I'm not sure if we can trust that, but if you go to CoinMarketCap, you'll see that the circulating supply right now is 158 million big time. So that's about 3.16% of the total supply in circulation, which is very low, which means that we're probably going to get inflation, which is bad if you're holding the token right now. Because token inflation means that the supply increases while the demand might increase or it might not increase. We don't know that yet. That depends on the game. And if the supply increases a lot, price drops down. That's simple. That's simple economics for you. So that's all we know. And like I said, you need an hourglass to acquire big time, and big time can be spent by in a lot of ways within the game. All right. So big time is actually spent, and the earning capabilities of big time are not massive. All right. So I don't expect that much inflation. But over time, I do expect more big time tokens in circulation. And that's also what they prepare for if only 3% is in the circulating supply. And then what we also know is that big time received funding from major venture capitals like Alameda Research, which is pretty funny. And we don't know how much percentage of the supply they'll get. All right, which I don't like. Be transparent about that. I just don't like that, because they'll get tokens. And we don't know when they get tokens, how much of the tokens they get. But once they get the tokens, they will sell as well, which also increases the selling pressure. And apart from that, there's also an airdrop with the token generation event, which also increases selling pressure. So to get back to the price right now and to make a final conclusion, I do not, like, the token has just launched less than 24 hours ago. All right. So on the short term, it could still rally. There's a lot of hype around it. But in the long term, like if we're talking about the next month or next half a year, I don't think it's a great crypto. I think it's a great crypto to hold when the bull market begins. All right. Then I do think so. Or if you can get some good yield on it. But right now, like with the token inflation, with the very low circulating supply, with the venture capitals in the project, I just do not like that. All right. That brings too much selling pressure over time with it. And if you're a holder and you're holding the token and the price just and the token supply increases while the demand is not great because we're still in the middle of a bear market, price decreases and you are then the loser in that situation. So I will buy big time later on, probably next year. For now, I don't think personally it's a good buy. But I'm open for other perspectives as well. If you want to talk about it, like I said, I'm open for that. But for now, that's my judgment. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.